Defensive line. I thought the defensive line didn't play well for most of the game. Now, they did play well in the low red zone in order to prevent the Rams from scoring 7, and that's huge because it gave us opportunity to win the game, and the lead wasn't that bad, all things being considered. Now, here's where the defensive line kind of fell short. Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter were points of emphasis for the Rams O-line and their offense. They double-teamed those guys pretty much the entire time. So who does that leave free? Yeah, Jalen Hunt was free one-on-one. That's what we call free. And/or Nolan Smith one-on-one. Sometimes with tackles, sometimes with the tight ends. Tight ends blocked our defensive end a lot of the times. But the tackles pretty much blocked our defensive ends 90% of the times. When you have one-on-ones against the tight ends and/or tackles, we have to be able to win some of those matchups, especially against the tight ends. So our defensive ends or our outside linebackers did not bring their A game in order to prevent and help the run. Truth be told, the Rams let us off the hook last year. They were averaging high 4s and 5s when it 5-yard averages against us last year, but they were too impatient and they wanted these chunk plays in the passing game, so they would go away from the run game. This game, they recognized that they needed to continue to run the ball because they had an effective run scheme against us, and they did just that. So therefore, I'm not surprised. And the way that we have to play defense against this team with all the weapons, yes, they have Devontae Adams, and yes, they have Puka Nacua, and they have Higbee, and they have some more guys that can run really, really fast, which is their own set of problems for the back end. So the back end can't help. They can't bring extra people into the box. So we have to stop the run with the defensive line and the linebackers. And when you double team Jordan Davis and you double team Jalen Carter, our ends or our outside linebackers have to make those tackles, and we didn't do a good job. We also didn't do a good job of keeping contained. There was some tight ends and some receivers pinning our guys inside and the ball getting outside of us from the defensive end. So I thought the defensive end did not play their best game. And also pass rush, the only sack we had in the game was Jalen Carter hustle play toward the sideline on Matthew Stafford to make it a 4th down. So I believe our defensive line did not play well for the most part. They did play well in a low red zone in order to prevent the guys, the Rams, from scoring. But we didn't have a pass rush, and we couldn't get off blocks. And you're going to have to do that when Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis are being double teamed. So that's my assessment of the defensive line.